Internet. Hi guys. So I had to go off and then come back again because this my internet just doesn't want me to shine. Like no, my internet doesn't want me to shine. It's killing me. Oh, so I'm back now. I'm very sorry about the interruptions with my internet, but I hope that it will be better this time around. And this was not how I planned it, not at all. This wasn't how I planned it at all. Like, no way, this wasn't how I planned it. So I hope that it will be much more stable now, and then we can, you know, we can talk a lot more about this. Okay. Welcome once again. My name is Lydia Esenam, and I hope that we are going to have a good time. Okay. Um. So we're talking about food. Your favorite food, or how you'd like to have your food, but that was just by way of introducing the whole stream so that we feel at home, or something we can all relate with. So yeah, um we were talking about the things that I was passionate about, and then food came up, and it happened to be one of the things that almost all of you were interested in. Some of you mentioned jollof rice with goat meat. Others were like jollof rice, and then you like fufu with chicken granite soup. And yeah, it looked like the jollof team was winning. The Ghana jollof team was winning. So we'll take it like that. I enjoy jollof rice too, but it's not so much of a favorite. I love my fufu and goat meat, light soup. Yeah. And then again, I was talking about how paranoid I have become because of Corona or COVID 19. And I was wondering, is it just me, or other people are experiencing it? Because I want to assume that there is nothing wrong with me being paranoid about COVID, because I'm supposed to be able to like do anything I want to do and then still not worry. Then again, I realized that anytime I step out of my house or my room or anywhere, and I come back home, like I'm I think the first thing that I'm eager to do is to take a whole shower. Like take a whole shower or wash my hands or anything, because I feel like COVID has made us very, very how do I call it? It's made us to be extremely careful about our environment, about our health, about what we eat, about where we go. You know, if you really, if it's really not like important, like top priority, we don't tend to go out or go anywhere. We don't tend to go anywhere. So I feel like it's okay to be paranoid about corona, and then I'm like trying to like think back, where did I go? Did anybody cough? Did anybody sneeze? I don't know, but share with me about your experience with this whole COVID thing, right? Whether you also feel paranoid about it, or it's just, yeah, you're okay, or in income how inconveniencing it has been for you this whole season. Like just let me know. Me, I'd like to know, like I'd not like to know your thoughts, so just share with me so that I would know. Okay, then again, I was one of the things that has affected is what we eat. Yeah, I mentioned that. What we take in, where we go. We don't even welcome want to welcome family or friends in our homes, because the whole notion of someone may have it and you wouldn't even know. You know that thing. Yeah. So I really, really will not be able to welcome people in my home. unless it's really important or urgent, and then I'll welcome you and I'll give you a sanitizer. I'm not kidding. If anybody should visit me at home to bring me something that is urgent or anything, you would use a sanitizer. I'm trying to figure out what's happening with my stream. Anytime that's a bit uncomfortable, and I believe that people will not want to visit me. Wow, this thing is not for the faint-hearted. No way. No. This is not for the faint-hearted. I am back again. I hope that it's better now because at this point, my brain. At this point, my brain, Papa, share. Goodness gracious. Okay, so um, we are back. Mm-hmm. What's this? 7 to 7. Alrighty. Let me know if you can see me. I am. I'm back again. I'm back again. I'm back again, and I hope I am back again for good. You know. Okay, I'll need some feedback. Adam, I would appreciate it if you're still on here. Um, let me know that my internet is pretty good, so that I can just continue. I would appreciate it so very much. And ooh, 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 let me see. It looks like it's working fine now. Yeah, it looks like it's working fine now. So I might as well just go ahead. Okay, I think I'm good to go. All right, I think I'm good to go. So I'm just going to be thanking you all for being here with me. It's not easy at all, and this is not for the faint-hearted. No way. Like, I am a bit confused about everything that my internet is doing today, and it's really frustrating. I must be very frank with everyone. It's a bit frustrating not to have a stable internet to have a live chat, because I checked everything. I did all the checks and everything seemed fine. So I don't know why it's happening like that, but sorry, I'm sure everything just happens for a reason, and I'm sure I'll just check out on my internet things and my devices later and be sure that everything is fine. Okay, sure. All right, now should we just go back to the matter? Back, 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 back. What were we talking about earlier? So yes, I welcome you all once again. This is the third time I'm going off, and let me see if Adam is still here. Okay, I doubt he is. I doubt he is, but I have restarted, and it looks like everything is fine. Adam's advice really helped, so thank you so much, Adam. Your advice helped. So I think going forward, I'll just be able to be um, I'll just go ahead and make sure that okay. Um, I'm trying to trying to invite a few people so that I can keep up with the chats. Okay. I pretty much have a lot to talk about, but the way my internet is behaving, I don't know if I should just go ahead or I will just have to probably fix in another date. Hopefully on a Friday, and then we are good to go. Yeah. Um. Okay. So just earlier, I was saying that COVID has changed a lot of what we are doing. I mean, Adam shared initially about how he would just frustrate anybody who comes to his house during the season, right? And I don't know if it's all about frustration or it's all about the awareness creation about how people need to be very serious or take this very seriously. And because anything could happen, right? And I was just sharing my experience about how paranoid I could get, like almost all the time when I step out and I have to come home quickly and I just want to take a shower or I just want to wash my hands quickly and just feel okay because if I don't do any of those, I'm not okay, right? Then then again, it has changed the way we like the food we eat. It has changed how we have to be very conscious with what we eat and where we go and what we do. And everybody wants to have some kind of immune booster, just so their system is working perfectly. But yeah, another aspect of life that it has affected that I am part of is um, businesses where you have to work from home. Hi, Adam. Thank you so much. I hope it's a lot more stable now. So we can just do this quickly and just, you know, everybody has get some rest. Okay. So yes, another aspect of life that it has touched or another aspect of life that it has affected is working from home. Okay. So um 2 weeks before the lockdown, my organization asked that we work from home, right? Now, I'm very sure that they put some measures in how to ensure that everybody works from home and has the necessary resources and is able to work, you know, promptly and resolve queries or anything. So if a company decides to work from home, I'm sure that they'll need to put in some measures that if the company is not already doesn't have a work from home policy already. So in this COVID season, you'll be forced, to work from home because you don't want your employees traveling from one point to the other. People travel as long as 3 hours to get to work, 4 hours to get to work. They wake up very early by 5 a.m. They are out of the house and then they get to work by 8 and so or 7. So people travel an average of 2 to 3 hours to get to work. Now working from home has been advantageous on that side, right? Let me share with me if you work from home or if you still go to work and how this whole COVID thing has affected you or your colleagues and everyone in your organization or stuff like that. Okay, and let me know. So I know that if you're working from home, you need to have access to the internet. You need to have like a desktop or a laptop to work with. You need to have, you know, I think basically that's it. Good internet and then a machine. And then if you have the necessary tools that your organization uses for queries, email, any kind of software, it's on your machine, then you're good to go. And then your working from home is just, that papa like that. It's just fun. Um, a disadvantage that I have been experiencing, right, for working from home is one, you would tend to work longer than you can. So it's funny. You tend to work, so that's like working overtime without realizing it. Now, in doing this, you can just plan your own schedule for working from home. Because personally, when I was in my family and I was working, I wake up very early. Like, I know that I have to start work at 8. There are some things on your operational calendars or schedules that you don't have to miss. Like, you have to do some things at particular times. So those times I don't miss them. But if I have a chance to do other things, to 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 do other things at a later time, then I'll do that. Because for instance, you need to take care of my I needed to take care of my nieces, I needed to cook, I needed to clean, and so I'll plan my schedule and then probably work later in the evening or in the night and sleep very late because I needed to make up for all the time that I use in doing other things, right? So I don't know, Kojo, if you can, Adam, if you can share with me about how your working from home experience has been and all that. I know for most people, it's a whole new thing for them. They've never worked from home. In all their working experiences, they've had to um, journey to work and work in the office space and then come back home and all that. But for some tech companies or some companies that have the necessary resources in place, they would just work from home, once a while and all that. But to fully run a work from home policy, you need to make sure that you have all the necessary resources and sorry, the necessary resources and be able to. Oh, I'm sorry, I've had a very long day, and be able to make sure that you meet your KPIs and SLAs at the same time. So yeah, I think working from home has had its own advantages, disadvantages. You tend to overwork, or you tend to plan your own schedule, which is an advantage, and you still do your reports and send, or you pick up a query and escalate. All that. It's very important. I mean, it's cool if you can plan your own schedule, and I know some people who have never worked in the office space. They've always worked from home. Like, I think that those people have really tried, like, because I know for a fact that me, I am not sure. Maybe it's because I've not experienced it, but to work from home for like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, I don't know how I'm gonna do it because it tends to get overwhelming sometimes. Like, it really gets overwhelming. I don't know if I don't know if anyone. Oh yeah, Adam actually. Okay, so Adam says I've been working from home since. Wow, Adam, how do you do it? The only challenge is having to deal with everyone else in my space. Oh yeah, while you're working because usually they are not around when you start your day. Hmm, it's true. Sometimes my day starts at 8, but technically my day starts at 8 p.m. to like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. because other things are distracting me. Kids are running. Auntie says, please help me with this. This person says, can you help me with this? And you see, you have to do with everyone. And some of them do not understand that you are actually working as you are home. You are working. And it's so funny because, like, before COVID, right? I that was what I explained to them. Before COVID, I was working in the office and I would work for 8 to 5:30 or 6 and come back home. So that's 8 hours. If I wake up in the morning, imagine that I'm sitting and I'm working without getting up or helping anybody out for 20 minutes or 30 and nothing. And I'm still working. I'm still working. You see, they don't under, they didn't. Sorry, some people don't understand that. as I'm home, I'm working. Like, they don't get it, but you are working. That you are sending emails, you're sending reports, you're there are calls coming through for something to be done. Like, you know, yeah. But sometimes I try to explain, but they don't get it. And you know what? I can't kill myself. So Adam, yeah, thanks for sharing that. But Adam, how long have you been working from home? Like, let me know. How long have you been working for like from home? Because I don't know how you have been able to do it, and I don't know, but I really don't know how you've been able to do it. I would really, really, really love to know how you have been able to do it. And I know for some people, working from home is a whole new thing. It's something they haven't experienced before, and so it's it's like, yeah, it's just something else for them. But yeah, I think that if you really put your mind to it and put some measures in place, you'll be able to um, work from home smoothly, plan, schedule it, schedule the things that are important, deal with them, and then you can later on, do the other things that aren't important or that aren't priority on your list, and then you can get things done at the right time. Okay. So I think that'll be it for the COVID thing about sanitizing your hands, and we are not able to go out to have fun anymore. Like, I miss going out. I miss enjoying the breeze at the beach. I miss hanging out with friends. I miss, a lot of things, working from the office. Um, mm, and then what are some of the things that you miss? Or if you miss anything pre-COVID and post-COVID, during COVID, we have to deal with it. Just let me know what you have to deal with, and then um, we'll go on, and then I'll go to like the next thing that I want to share with you all. Um, all right. So Adam said something. I officially supposed to start work at 9 and close latest. Okay, so that's 6 p.m. Now the thing is, you have to do the extra discipline to complete task for the day. Hmm, I agree. Especially if you don't have a dedicated office space at home. Adam, wait, you've been working from home since 2017. That's what, 3 years down the line. Wow. So maybe what you can do is not really a dedicated office space, but just make sure that while you're working from home, you have a comfortable space. Like, maybe it could be in your room, and in a corner of your room somewhere you have your um, desk and chair, which is a bit comfortable. So what I did when I was home, um, when I was at my mom's place, working from there, was that whenever I'm working, and because I have a timer that tells me to go drink water or something, I would just get up, even though the water is beside me. I would get up, take a walk, to the store, and come back, stretch. My HR shares some videos on how to relax. You can do some chair exercises, and so that you can have a very relaxed working area or working experience from home. So Adam, I would advise that you get like a desk. I'm sure you may have that if you like a very comfortable one, so that you can be working. I don't really like working and lying on my bed. It can get very tempting, one, and two, I tend to have a lot of back issues. Yeah, I'm not able to work from home and lying on my bed or something. I can actually sit on my bed. Yeah, I can sit, but lying, you get so comfortable and you may just pass out and sleep. And then if you sleep, yeah. So yeah, and then you've done so well working from home since 2017. I think that's a really long time, lifespan of a long a very lengthy time to be working from home, and well done. You deserve a round of applause because it's not really easy working from home and all that. It's been really challenging for me, and I really, really want to go back to the office. And then when I'm done with work, I'm done because really, 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 if you look at it, if you don't really schedule and plan, you come back, you may just work overwork because, come to think of it, even if your day is done and you still decide to work, you can be working all through to the next day. But some things will have to be split out into. Um, I was supposed to share some of my life update, but I'm really, really sharing my experiences about working from home, which is still cool. I may just change the topic of the subject later. Psychologically, home is a space for relaxation and exactly and being comfortable. Yes, that is very true. Sleeping, very true. You may end up cleaning, etc. Absolutely true. Make example. And then now your working hours is pushed into family time, or sleep time, or other hours where you are supposed to be doing something else. And then that's the challenge, and the issue is overtime. That has been my challenge because see, you're working from home. If a family member needs something, and then you even say that, oh, please give me up to like 30 minutes to get this done for you, the way they'll look at you, oh, a few will understand. A few will understand, no doubt. A few will understand. But hey, the way they will look at them, like, how you mind, you don't mind me. Like, it's not like it's not deliberate too. It's not deliberate. Like, it's so difficult working from home and having your family to understand that you're working from home. Because if I use that time and I come and help with something, the next minute you're asking me for another favor, which I may not be able to help you with. You understand? And that has been very challenging for me. And I really, really just decided to come back to my ghetto and then go back to work like when we resume work. So yeah, I appreciate all that. So I think that I don't know if there are other people in the stream who can also share their work from home experiences and updates. Like I'll be so glad and I'll be waiting to hear your experiences or read out your experiences with working from home. I know that it's been really challenging, especially for people who um, who have not really, had any experience of working from home, and now they have to like work from home full time. So I have this friend who works with an organization, and to him, they are going to start resuming the office like January 2021. And I'm like, whoa, that's an organization that has really put in so much to be able to let the employees stay home as long as they can. I know some companies, this has come to stay for them, working from home as long as um, the work can be done, or as long as the work is done. So, I mean, they understand that flow, and so it works for other people, it works for other organizations, especially for tech companies who have come to embrace technology to the what highest, you know. And so yeah, it makes it very easy for such organizations to like know that, oh, okay, as long as you're going to be giving me your task and your reports and all that. I mean, productivity reports is very important if you're working from home because your boss will need to know exactly what you have been doing within the period. So if it is monthly or weekly reports, he has to see that you have been very productive even though you have been working from home. I mean, I experience it too, so why not share it? Mm, what are friends for? Okay, so yes, I mean, I think that's it for work from home. Apart from, so work from home, we've talked about what how the challenges involve, the advantages, the disadvantages, the distractions, and how you can schedule your time and how you can get things done at a particular time that you wish. Okay, so yes, and my abled, you know, um, my abled what follower, subscriber, friend, Kojo Eden is in the house. So yeah, Kojo, I appreciate you so very much. I must say, um, thank you so much for sticking and staying. So the next one, okay, now, okay, should I talk about the live updates? Okay, I'll talk about it anyways. So yeah, live updates. I don't even know where to start from. Really, I don't know where to start from. But before COVID, live updates. Boom. Okay, so I I started school last year, 2019. I think March or April. Yeah, and it was a master's program, and then I started that and wanted to finish in a year. So work I was working full time, I was schooling, weekends, exams, the sleepless nights, you know, and I really didn't think I'll be able to make it, seriously. I have to be very frank. I don't know what happened, but I don't know what the thoughts were, but I really never, if I say, yeah, I really didn't think I was going to make it. Not because I was scared, not because, see, even before I started um the school, right, the first thing that was on my mind had to do with finances and how I was going to be able to juggle between work and school and everything, right? Then again, I was like, you know what, what's the worst that could happen? The worst that could ever happen is that I fail and I would be a year older, right? And then in my mind, I'm like, well, if you go to school and you juggle with work, and in a year, and after that year, you are going to be a year older. If you don't juggle it, if you don't go back to school after that year, you still be a year older. So, what do you have to lose? Nothing. What do you have to gain? Nothing. But you have a lot to gain because I would have a lot of experiences and I'll have a lot of, you know, try moments and that will help you strive, right? So yes, I decided to go. I didn't know how I was going to pay up, but came to an agreement with the school for a payment plan and then we started and I was able to juggle in between. Now we made good friends. I made some amazing friends in school. They're still very close. And then started assignments, started with exams. Oh my god, master's exams is not like degree. Degree is like so easy. Masters is like, so I find it very challenging. Like not personally, but I feel like how do people go through school without any working experience and and then just do a master's? I think now I then got to understand why some years back the requirements for working or for the requirement for schooling with the for a master's program was that you have to be having a working experience of 2 years and above or something. Yeah, because with the master's program it was very relatable. It was very practical in terms of um, business admin and all that. So you'd have to have some level of experience to be able to deal with the different programs like human resource, corporate governance, um, globalization, global teams, and all that. So and it helps broaden your mind. Okay, and if you're really myopic in your thinking, you you would have to go. to do such programs with a very open mindset and with a very positive mindset. Else, it was going to be hard. It depends on your course of study. I think having a working experience helps regardless. Yes, I mean, I agree. If you're doing something like a course that has to do with technology or programming, you really do not need to have a working experience. However, because you're able to learn on the job, it kind of helps you to learn from your mistakes, and you're able to figure out quicker solutions to certain things. Sorry. So yeah, that's what I think, but that is debatable anyways. And I feel like it just helps. So yes, so a year down the line, I was able to so like to God's glory, right? I've been able to complete school and also pass my exams, like pass. I think my Twitter followers have seen a lot more about my school journey and my life updates. On YouTube, I'm not really, very, very personal with everything, but I think that now I'll try hard, you know. But my Twitter followers, Charlie, big ups to them. I love you guys so, so much. Like, it's no joke. And they have been really, really supportive. Like, there are people that I really don't know so much, but we are really connected. Like, yeah, I can't mention names. I won't even try because yeah, we really vibe. There are some very cool people I've known there, and thank you all. So yes, school. I was able to do my exams and I passed. So I was like, did I really do this? Like, did I really do this? Was that me? And when I showed the results to my mom, right, she was like, "Whoa!" Like she was like I think she actually got much more excited than I did. Yeah, seriously, my mom got much more excited than I did. Seriously, like I thought that it was because I was just taken aback. Like, did I really do this? Did I really um um pass these papers? Because some of the papers were papers that I never thought that I could pass because of probably what I was going through at the point where I wrote the papers. Right, I was going through pretty much a lot, like a lot that I'd never really shared. I'm sure to do that like later or in my subsequent videos. So yeah, it was cool like that, and I passed. I was so happy. My mom was excited for me. Like she was much more excited than I was, but and sad. I mean, I got really emotional about my exams because I had started school and my dad was looking forward to me to finish school and be all happy and see that I passed my papers, and I kept updating them about whenever I had a paper and I passed, and then I'm like I share my results and everything. So I was like so happy, but later when all the results have been put together and they were sent to us, I wasn't really able to, like, I wasn't really, not to say I wasn't happy, but I had a mixture of emotions, a bag of emotions about how I was really feeling at the time. Because down the line, I started in March or April, and then down the line, somewhere in November, I lost my dad. And so it was really a mixture of emotions as at this year, February or so, or March, when the results had all compiled up. Or I think it was in um, March, April, I think, yes, April. So yeah, I was. it wasn't really um I was excited, okay, but it just wasn't really something that I thought it would be cool, right? So yeah, I was able to finish my exams. Then we started our thesis. So before I completed the course, somewhere in October, yeah, October, my dad's health deteriorated, and then we had to take care of him from one health facility to the other, um, and then he passed somewhere in November. So that has actually been what I've been up to. Nothing much. And so after he passed, all that you go through. I think I'm going to do a separate video about some of the lessons that you can learn from losing a relative. It can be very tough, it can be very difficult, such a difficult moment, especially if you're from a family where you're very really connected to each other. Because yes, if you're that connected, you may it may be very extremely difficult for you, because you tend to give up on faith, you tend to give up on a lot of things, and you tend to think that, what was the use, what was the benefit, like was I just, why was I always, like, you keep questioning, but like there are so many questions and answers, right? But one of the things that I did pray for at the time that my dad was unwell was to be able to be there for him, to be able to be there for my family, and to be able to, and I also just pray to God for strength, because you will need it along the line. Because if you're taking care of someone who is unwell, you that you're taking care of the person, you really need to be strong for that person, because already the person is just at the verge of giving up, right? And so you have to be strong. You have to be constantly um, reassuring the person that, you know what, this is not the end of it. You're going to get well, you're going to be fine, and everything is going to be fine, and you're going to go home all right and strong and fit and everything. So if you're not that, if you don't really pray to God for that strength in order to be able to hold the fort for this particular person, you may just give up. And one of the things that we really couldn't do was to cry in front of my dad then, because he was somebody who, even at the last point, he would actually tell you that he's fine, he's healed, he's, so you can't cry in his presence, because you cry, he just go like, what is wrong, that kind of thing. But yeah, we have great memories of him. I'll be doing that in a later video, but I had to show this in because it's part of my life updates from when I decided to go on a break from YouTube and all that. Yeah. So that's what I've been up to. And then, so after I lost we lost our dad and all that, it was a really trying moment for the family. But like I said, if you pray for strength, the Lord will just help you, give you all that you need, and then you will be fine. Like, it's really hard, it's difficult. You never forget about them, but at some point, you just have to say that, God, your servant is with you, and then you can just be able to make it. So, as when I lost him, I remember a week, 2 weeks before I lost my dad, I wrote an exam which I didn't even think I'll pass. Seriously, that paper, I thought I was going to get like a D or a C or a D. Like, I didn't go to the exam hall with any positive mindset. Like, I was just going because I had to go for a paper, like, and just go and write and go home, because the following morning I was going to go to the hospital anyway. So I just wanted to just write the paper, go home and try and sleep. And I barely even slept during those times. Go home and go and sleep, wake up early like 4 a.m. or 5 and go straight to the hospital. Like that was basically our routine, right? So and still make it to work on time. Like that was basically our routine. So yes, then again, after that, I decided to like take a break from YouTube because I had posted my last video in. I'd actually shot the video and then I had not published it, so it was going to go live in January or something. And at the time, I was posting once a month because I was really engaged with a lot of things: work, school, planning, being on a team for planning a comedy show, teaching children at church. Like, I was just all over the place, and it wasn't really easy. I was doing a lot of things at the time, so I decided to, you know what, take a break and rejuvenate and all that. So yeah, actually we buried our dad in February, and then along the line we said okay. So and I said, how about coming back on YouTube? And seriously, I wasn't prepared psychologically for a video to come on YouTube and be all hyper and talking and everything. I wasn't really into it, and I actually wanted to like close my channel and not do YouTube again. Seriously, it was one of those moments. I wasn't really active on Instagram. I wasn't really active on Facebook. I still find it very difficult going on Facebook these days to do a post, or I just go there, like people's pictures, comment if I have to, and then just get out of the app. And then Twitter was one of the apps that keeps helping me to keep sane. Like when I lost my dad, Twitter was like a go-to place because it was a place that I felt like I could just tweet about whatever that is happening to me. And I remember I got a couple of people who would actually check on me, like, am I okay? Is everything fine? One, they've not seen me on the timeline for a while, and another time they are like, is everything okay? Are you depressed? Are you? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, so Twitter was a place I could just go to and say that I I I think it was just a place that I was able to go and just pour out everything that I wanted to talk about, everything that I wanted to do, like basically. So Twitter was one of the apps that helped me, and link like yeah, Instagram. I was really not posting at all. I think I only posted when I lost my dad. I think a week after, and then I did a post of a picture of myself and him and all that. So yeah, and then YouTube, I decided to take a long break, like 6 months break, and then just come back rejuvenated. And but you see, you never heal after losing someone. You never really heal because the pain is still there. It's not the pain of a questionable pain, but the pain of losing someone that you're really connected to. If I had not lived with my dad for like all these years and everything, like I don't think I'd have felt it like the way I did when I felt it, because I was always there for him. I'll go home and he will want to eat my fufu and all that. So it was cool. Like we had a really good time. It was amazing. It was amazing, and may he continue to rest in peace. So yes, Twitter was the place I could just go talk and sleep if I have to. And I did. I think it was also a time that I prayed a lot more, and you know, yeah, I prayed a lot more and all that. So yeah, it's one of those things, you know. Yeah. So then after the I decided to go off for a while. I decided that okay, I was gonna have a plan for coming back on YouTube so that I could um, be rejuvenated. I come back better, stronger, and everything. But the plan changed, and then coronavirus came in. And then our auntie Koro came in, and then like we had to be locked had what experienced the lockdown, and so yes, what was the plan? I just said, oh, I wasn't gonna do anything, so I actually left my camera and everything here, and I said okay. So I went home, and oh, my family was cool. Like I'd cook, like we had a very good time during the lockdown. I had 10 people in my house. I had 10, yeah. I had 10 people, 10 solid people during the lockdown. And yo, I think one of the few of the things that I was very thankful, I'm very thankful to God up to now is my family, the fact that we had food to eat, and the fact that I had a job. Yeah, yeah. 3 things: my family, the fact that we had enough food. Like, so I keep telling my mom that I don't know, but God always has a way of doing things. We never. So we're actually giving out food to people, giving out food to neighbors and people who would come to my mom's shop about food. So people kept complaining about they didn't have food to eat. So some people you just have to send them momo to get food, and for my mom would be nice to people who buy from her and give them food to support themselves and their family. So, and we're always like, we are 10 people, we eat 3 square meals. Like sometimes I'm even like, guys, you're eating too much. You have to manage your food and save it for another time. But and then I'll be all busting and all over the place. And then my mom will go like, let's see now. It is food. It's nothing. I'm like, mommy, lockdown. We don't know when the lockdown will be over. And then I'm trying to like size everybody's meals because see, I had 10 people in my house. I had like very like older people, and then the two girls were my nieces, right? Very small like kids, but even them they ate whatever that they wanted, and like we will cook breakfast, lunch, supper, breakfast, lunch, like a light meal for supper or a dessert, breakfast, and I'm like, so I've been there for like 2 months because pre lockdown and then post lockdown, right? And I've been there for 2 months, and trust me, we've had that every day. And I'm always like, so you guys, can't you? So I would literally plan, or sometimes I'll deliberately not cook the lunch early so that it will be late lunch. So that if you eat breakfast, like say 9, 10 thereabout, you can have a snack, and then lunch will be ready like 2 or 3, and then you can eat later, and then you won't cook again because I got tired of having to cook every time, and they were just eating like I'm like, hey. So one of the very things that I was so grateful for was that we had food and I had family around, and because lockdown I couldn't be alone. I was going to either get bored or just get so tired. So we had food, and the fact that I had a job, so I already talked about working from home at length. So yes, so those were it, and we had really fun times as a family during the lockdown and all that. So yeah, and then again when we were there and cooking. So during the before the lockdown, right, when my dad passed, my brother and his family came down to Ghana and for the burial, but because of the coronavirus, they were not able to go back. So they stayed. So he had learned some recipes and had wanted to share and cook. So my brother actually spoiled me a lot when I was with my family. You cook breakfast like every other day. I wake up to breakfast. I'm like, ooh, what's cooking? What's cooking? I was just feeling so good, like, cause I was just. It was like they're taking one of my tasks, like my morning task of making breakfast, and then I'll just go and work and go like, I have to start working early today. So today I can't do breakfast, and then he would go like, oh, I'll fix it. So it was just so cool like that. So yeah, and then whenever he actually taught um he actually did some recipes that I thought they were really cool, like the potato salad. I already knew how to do it, but I'd never really done it because I always enjoyed it rather. And then the potato omelette, and then excuse me, the other thing, some smoothies, new recipes that he has taught me, and then some different ways of cooking because he likes to cook really fast. Like, yeah, they don't waste time in cooking. So yeah, so one day when he was cooking, I was just shooting a video of how to make the potato omelette, and then so the first one was a potato salad, which I didn't even post on YouTube. I think I posted it on my Instagram um, um, Instagram update. So if you're not following me, please follow me on Instagram at Lady Babes, LYDYBABES. Lady Babes on Instagram, Lady Babes on Twitter. Just follow me there. Twitter, I just go there to have fun and vibe. Yeah, I like the vibe. So yeah, so he did a potato omelette, and I I tasted it for the first time, and I was like, damn, where have you been all along? So he did that, and then I tasted it. I was like, whoa. Thankfully, I shot some videos of it, so I was like, okay, I'll put it together and put it on my YouTube channel so that other people can look at it. And it was after I was editing and all that, and I decided to go on YouTube and search potato omelette. Yes, and then I was like, oh, people have been doing this. This is so cool. Like, yeah. So I was like, okay, this will be cool to watch. And then I shared it, right? And then another thing was the contemporary stew. It was really difficult trying to, you know, cook. Yeah, it was really difficult trying to cook and trying to cook and then having someone like trying to cook, prepping and having to vlog your cooking. It was really difficult, and I really did do give big ups to the food vloggers because it was always just difficult cooking or having prepping your ingredients and everything, and then trying to vlog about it. So for the which of the vlogs did I do? The contomere and then the meat pie. It was it was crazy. It was crazy. I didn't even think that I'll be able to do it. I was like, let me try vlogging. Let me just try. You know. So yeah, um, I really did enjoy it, like vlogging about it and then trying to share it. And I really realized that people really enjoyed that vlog. So when I started vlogging, and I actually did introduce myself that this is not a full channel, that this is something that I'm passionate about, and then I realized that I had a couple of people who will send me a DM, that was Twitter, about um, they are they watch my video and they are trying out recipes, and they would want me to like take them through it. A friend of mine in the US actually saw my update on WhatsApp, and then he called me, like he did a video, called me and said, I've seen your potato omelette, but I don't have potatoes. This is what I have, this is what I have. Like, you know what, you don't need to follow my recipe. It's a recipe, just do it anyhow, but just make sure that you have the basic things. That was like egg, corn flour, and all that, so that it will put your mixture together in that pizza like, you know. So yeah, people would see them and then they'll want to like try it out and send me pictures. And I really felt so good because I motivated people. I motivated a lot of people, especially for Twitter. I don't know, but I keep saying Twitter because Twitter is like when I'm having a bad day, I go. When I'm having a very good day, I go. Like Twitter is just all over for me. So yeah, I would share, and then someone would DM me. Oh, she watched my video on meat pie. What's the portion again? I'm like, oh, it's all in the video, right? Okay, so you should have a portion of your flour and margarine, and make sure that you have this and that. I'm like, okay. Then she tried it, and then she sent me pictures of the cooking, and I felt so fulfilling. I felt so good that someone else had tried um what you shared. So yeah, those were some of the things that I was happy to share and all that. So yeah, it was really cool. So that those cooking vlogs were actually not planned. I didn't really plan of sharing my my cooking vlog. they were just so that people would know what I've been up to, and mostly I would introduce it as this is my lockdown diaries with in the kitchen, and this is what I'm cooking today. And there were a lot more videos I wanted to publish, but I didn't really have the snippets in the order, and prepping was always difficult to do. So yes, those were some of the things that I've been up to with my life update. So lockdown gave me a whole new idea, a whole new revamp kind of life about how to get back on YouTube. And so the lockdown and all that helped. And then I decided to come back to YouTube and start all that. So those were the reviews I had with cooking and sharing my food vlogs. So yes, um, I think I've touched on a lot of things. A review about work from home due to COVID-19. Before COVID-19, what our lives were, what our life wasn't, and all that. And then whether we are, is it okay to be paranoid about this COVID thing? And you guys shared your thoughts about it, and then the safety precautions that we would have to be taking in order to protect ourselves and what we eat and where we go and all that. Um, yeah, and trust me, content creation is not a small thing. It's not for the faint-hearted. You would have to be consistent. You would have to, um, um, yeah, you have to be really dedicated to what you do because it's no joke. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I shared my life updates, and I don't know if you have any questions. Just let me know in the comments section below if there are videos that you would want me to talk about, or subjects, or any challenges that you would want me to do. I've had people wanting me to do a tongue twister challenge and a video reaction, and there was something else. So a tongue twister, a video reaction, and what else? I can't remember the third one. But yeah, I'll try and see if I can do those videos and maybe publish. And if you want me to talk about other things as well, or other videos, or things that you basically just want me to talk about, I would come up and talk about it. So I actually want to be able to do more live sessions because I um okay, could you saying something? Oh yes, or collaborations. Yes, because I know you reached out to me about collaborations. I think I'll be able to do that for you. Yeah, so I'm open. I'm also open for collaborations, and I'd appreciate it if you just reach out to me. Find me here on YouTube at Lydia Esenam, on Instagram and Twitter. I am at Lydia Babes. So let me just put them here in the comment section so that we can reach out to it. Okay. So are you sure you're camera shy? Are you very sure? Are you very sure? Okay, so I'm gonna be putting this in here. Lady Babes on Twitter and Instagram. Whenever I see a video, I'll just try and come up live and then do a video so that it's more interactive days or something to play. So that dialogue or conversation, but I'm going to be coming up your way again. Maybe I should do this every Friday. I'll think about it. I'll be coming like once a week so that we can talk, we can have conversations. I can share my videos. So I'll be doing this like very often, and then I'll try and have it in between my videos so that you can at least have a live conversation and be pretty excited about it. So, whew, I hope that um, today's live has been very like helpful, and we really had a great time here. And I really, really, really want to appreciate Kojo for being with me, sticking and staying through it all. Kisses to you. I appreciate you so very much. And I want to also appreciate a few people who joined in earlier, but my internet was giving me issues. My internet was trying to block my shine. So, um, QRD and K, thank you for being here. To Nweki, to Sassy Pussy, to Stella, I appreciate you so very much. Like, so, so very much. I thank you so much for being here. And I hope that we keep this going. Do feel free to reach out to me at Lady Babes or yeah on Instagram or Twitter. Just send me a DM about anything that you want me to talk about and collaborations. If you have a food, anything, cooking, I would love to cook with you. And thank you very much. Do stay safe. See, where's my face mask? Don't forget to protect yourself, to stay safe. Use a sanitizer. I should have brought my sanitizers with me here and my face mask so that I'll show you. Use a sanitizer. Use your face, your nose mask, and wash your hands regularly as you can, as regular as you can, and eat more fruits and vegetables. I've been trying to do more fruits and vegetables these days. It's not easy, man. So yes, thank you so very much, and I appreciate your time. Like, thank you is not enough. So please do watch my videos, comment under the videos. Let me know what your thoughts are with respect to the videos that you've watched and the content that you want me to be bringing your way. And let's be family. Like, this family is here to stay. You know. Thank you for supporting Lydia Esenam. Do have a good night, and don't forget to pray before you sleep. Keep being awesome. Cheers. Bye bye.